Salutations! I'm Silver Fae, the friendly sylph of storms, and an aspiring artist and author. If you're new to the court, welcome in, and if you're returning, welcome back. I love having you here. And I just wanted to say, February isn't over until I say it's over. This whole video concept is centered around February, and I was on track to getting it done. Then stuff happened, and I got sick, and it threw my whole calendar off. I planned this back in early January. I woke up one day and I was like, wait, what if for next month's video, I combine February and Funguary? And I could use it as world building for one of my stories. It's genius. I'm killing two birds with one stone. Then life happened. Anyway, I'm here now, and I'm ready to reveal to you my fun little guys. The Deep Wilds sits as a natural boundary between the Seelie and the Unseelie realms, though that doesn't mean that it's exempt from their clash. The conflicting magics have seeped into the soil and bones of the ancient, magical woods and all that live there, warping them, changing them. The Fae, as attuned as they are with the world, are especially susceptible. Some feel inexplicably drawn to the Deep Wilds, and many claim that they hear voices on the wind, someone whispering their name. A call so soft it drowns in the creaking of the boughs overhead. It draws them deeper into the woods, where the light feels like an afterthought. It beams through the branches above, but never reaches the earth. It is within that dimness that the curious are lost, forever changed and forever bound to the deep wilds. So for all of my concepts for this video, I kept them all as colored sketches for my sanity. I was not about to make several fully illustrated versions of these. It was just going to take too much time. And this first design is the one that kind of started it all. This was the first concept I thought of, and it was the one that helped kind of set the standard for everybody else. It's the one that I had the best mental image of. So, for Miss Peach, I decided to lean heavily into the meshy texture you can see on the cap and stalks of the mushroom that she is based off of. However, the main design element I focused on was the bubbles of sap. I wanted her to look regal, but also unsettling. I ended up using the sap to mimic eyes clustered on her head, as well as a simple twin bun silhouette for the sides of her head. I used some netting and drapery to make them more decorative, and added more sap droplets to mimic jewels. My biggest point of contention for all of these designs was making sure that they didn't feel like these details were just accessories. I didn't want them to feel like that it was just something they were wearing. I wanted it to feel like it was an extension of their bodies. That was something I focused on a lot for these. Next is the Devil's Fingers mushroom. Honestly, I had a solid idea for this one the moment I saw it. At least, I had an idea for the head and face detailing. I turned the red, curling branches of the Devil's Finger mushroom into horns, letting them curl around the ears and the face. It's honestly kind of a design element that I took from Elden Ring, because I really like it. I think it works. I also did my best to pull in the char-like speckling on the original mushroom, as well as some of the texture. I struggled with whether or not I wanted this design to have eyes or a mouth, and I finally decided on just giving it a singular eye, perpetually closed. I thought the feathery eyelashes melded well with the other features and textures. As for the body, it was honestly the easiest out of all three to design, giving them a long, twisted, slithering body made sense, I repeated the general idea with the arms and hands, using the tendrils to form the claws. Last but not least is the wedding veil mushroom, which also so happens to be the one that I struggled with the most. Everything about this design stumped me. At first I had a hard time making the veil work. I wanted the veil to drape around them, much like how the veil of an actual wedding veil mushroom looks, but then I realized that wouldn't work, especially since I don't want the movement to be hampered. Once that idea settled in, designing became a little bit easier. I was avoiding any sort of hat shape, but I ended up going for it after a few folks in the Discord told me I should try it. It was the right move because the process became a lot easier and I got to the point to where I could focus on the textures to help make them feel a little more unsettling. For the full body, I followed my instinct and let myself run with the concept of giving them harpy-like wings. It felt like a natural evolution to make the back of the veil mailed into and become the membrane in the wings. The colors also give me a hard time. I pulled them from the mushroom, but they didn't feel right, so I had to mess with them a little bit before it finally got to the point to where I was happy with it. While this was originally based off of a fun design exercise, it ended up helping me decide on how I'm going to design the Fae for this world I'm crafting. They're going to be loosely based off of bugs, mostly beetles and the such, because I want them all to have either a oil-like sheen or an opalescent sheen. Furthermore, by basing them off of bugs, I can further tie in the mushrooms through the concept of the zombie ant fungus. Hooray! World building! Anyway, if you got this far, please leave a comment below, and if you don't have any thoughts, make your mark by leaving a whimsical emoji. Every little bit helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!